Benalla Theatre Company. They're going to be putting on a production of the much-loved music, The Drowsy Chaperone. It'll be happening later this month. As always, it promises to be a huge amount of fun. Jamie Boatwood is one of the performers. Good morning, mate. How are you?
Good morning, Nick. I'm very well, and yourself?
I'm very, very well and very eager to talk about this because I think if people haven't encountered a production of The Drowsy Chaperone before, it's a huge amount of fun. It's a little bit different to what you might be expecting if you're just going along expecting a bog-standard musical.
Yeah, look, The Drowsy Chaperone was on Broadway for a while. It was very successful there. In our theatre company, we try and do a big one year, then a sort of a lesser-known one the next year, and this one sort of falls into the latter category, but by crikey, I tell you, it is a heap of fun. We've been rehearsing this now for probably 3 months, I would say, and it's just a lot of fun.
What do you think's the great enjoyment of it?
Look, it's a little different. It's a little quirky. It starts off with a man in the chair, and he's basically in his apartment, an American old apartment. He's telling you about his life, and he's a little blue, and he loves this particular musical called The Drowsy Chaperone. So he gets a record out, starts to play it, and then it basically just comes to life in his apartment before his very eyes, and he's observing it, he's watching it, and the audience is taken aback, and there's a couple of little special effects in there you're going to love.
Tell me a little bit about Benalla Theatre Company. How long have you been operating?
Look, the Benalla Theatre Company has been around for probably about 40 years. It started as the Blue Door, I think, or the Light Opera, Blue Door Theatre Company, something like that. But we've been around for about 40 years. I've been with the company since about 2001, mate. So it makes me a bit of an older person treading the boards, but a lot of fun. Look, this show, it's got some terrific characters, mate. We have, as I said, the man in the chair who's the narrator. Of course, we have the drowsy chaperone who has to look after Janet van der Graaf, who's getting married, and she has to keep her away from Robert, her husband. We have Adolfo, the Latin lover. I'm fortunate enough to play that role. I slipped straight into that one. We have an aviatrix. We have a couple of pastry chefs. We have Kitty, who's an aspiring star, and we have a producer as well. So plenty. It's a rich tapestry of characters, mate.
Does it surprise you it's not a better-known musical?
It does, actually. And what we do, I'm part of a sort of a reading team, so we read a few scripts throughout the year, and this would be good. And this one came across our sort of reading table, and, well, I haven't heard of that one. And then you do a bit of YouTube, a bit of Google, and you think, this thing is really good. It's really entertaining. It's so cleverly written, and it's really funny. Like, people are going to come along. I think there's 4 weddings in the end of it. It's just, and it goes backwards and forwards, and you see all the characters and how they develop. But I am surprised it's not a more popular show. But in saying that, once people see it, the word will get out. It'll spread like wildfire.
I was just thinking, because the original Australian version of it, I think, had Geoffrey Rush, Rhonda Birchmore, Shane Jacobson was in it. Like, they were huge names, and yet never seemed to bring it into that kind of household consciousness.
Yeah, look, it's funny. Last year we did Mamma Mia. Now, everybody knows Mamma Mia. Sold out shows every week. And with this one, once people get a bit of a taste of it, we're doing a lot of PR. We've got it on Facebook and online, etc. And once people just even have a bit of a look online at what it is about, I know it's going to be popular. I know it's going to sell well.
Well, tell me, it's going to be on at Benalla Performing Arts and Convention Centre, obviously. When are you popping the production on?
Yeah, so we open on Friday the 16th, so 1, 2, 3 weekends away. We bump in not this weekend but the following weekend, and we open on that Friday night. So what we do is 7 shows over 2 weekends. So Friday night, Saturday matinee, Saturday night, Sunday, and then the following week, Friday night, Saturday matinee, Saturday night.
Do you need like 2 weeks of a hospital visit after that? That's a lot.
I'm fortunate enough to be with a very talented group of people, so I'm involved in set building myself. So I do a bit of set building. Then we have our director who's involved with props and choreography and music, and it's a very busy time of the year right now. A
very busy one, but a very rewarding one. Jamie, best of luck with it. It's going to be huge. Plenty of tickets left, I'm sure, so people can get involved in it. But have a great production.
Thank you, mate, and appreciate the chat. Thank you.
Anytime. Jamie Boatwood there. He'll be playing Adolfo in The Drowsy Chaperone later this month on and part of Benalla Theatre Company. Grab your tickets. It's going to be a hugely fun event.